Hi. Our cruise ship is leaving the Bahamas. We just set sail. I really wanted to show you the beginning of our takeoff, but anyway, we just set sail. That's a Disney cruise ship that we just rode past. You really cannot see how huge it is. I really wanted to show you this from the very beginning. But that's a Disney cruise ship, and we just set sail. We're in Nassau. We were in Nassau, Bahamas today. We were in Grand Exuma yesterday. And we're headed to Florida, we're headed to Fort Lauderdale. Um, so that's it. I just wanted to show you that. Hey, Courtney. Uh, but what else? Let's see. Where can I sit so that you can see us? The sun is going to be really aggressive. Oh, this is good. This is good. Maybe I can take my name off. I don't know how to take my name off. We had a good day in Nassau today. We went to the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas, and we went to the distillery. I can't remember the name of the rum distillery we went to, but we had a really good day. Hi, everybody. You can't, I don't know that the camera is going to show you just how beautiful this water is. I don't know. You've been to the Bahamas, some of you, you've seen it, but it's beautiful. The water is gorgeous. The beach is pretty far. We're riding past the beach. It's really far, but I can hear the music. I don't know if y'all can hear the music, but I can hear the music. That's the is it Margaritaville? That's not Margaritaville Hotel. Does Margaritaville have hotels? It's a hotel like that. I don't have my glasses on. I can't tell you what it is, but it was something like that. One of those hotels that you see in places like this. You can hear the music. Yeah. I didn't hear us get here. I didn't. This morning I was asleep when we docked. Docked. That's the word. I was going to say landed. I was asleep when we docked, but I woke up and I had a beautiful view. And then when we went out to do things and came back today, I had no view because the Disney cruise ship was right up on me. So I really wanted to hit the live button so y'all could see that and see us sailing past the Disney cruise ship, but I missed it. All I was doing was sitting on the bed waiting. He told us 4 o'clock. No, I think it was supposed to be a 4 o'clock departure. So I wasn't prepared. And it's 3:43. I think it's 3:43. We've changed time zones a million times. So let's see. Time in Miami. Yeah, 3:43. This cruise was 14 days. So tomorrow's day 14. Tomorrow's the end of the road. We got to get off in the morning. 14 days. We crossed the Atlantic from Lisbon, Portugal to Madeira, Portugal, which is down near Morocco. Over here to the Bahamas. We went to Grand Exuma yesterday, which was beautiful. That water, that sand, beautiful. To Nassau, Bahamas today. So that means there was 8 days where we were just out on the water. 8 days without seeing land. 8 days from Madeira to Grand Exuma. Great Exuma. I think it's Great Exuma. Can you still see? The sun is such a hater on video. Hey, son, chill out. Where the clouds at? Can you still see what's happening? Can my head block it? My head can't block enough of it. I think the camera's doing enough. 14 beautiful days. Oh, Jamila, I'm doing a 12-day cruise in late November, early December. Was 14 days too long or good? For me, 14 days was good. I think we only had rough seas like a day and a half. So to me, 14 days was good. I think there's a person for whom 14 is not even long enough, right? And then there's a person who for whom 4 is too long. If you booked a long cruise, then you probably know you'll like it. It was wonderful. Um, I've made a list of things I wanted to do during this cruise. I didn't do none of them. Let me tell you. Let me read you some of my list. Where is that list? 10 things? No, that's for Delaware. On the cruise. Read a book. I didn't finish a book. Plan the Fort Lauderdale meetup. I kind of did that. I just handed it off. One of the women in the Exodus Summit membership is, or in the Exodus Summit community, is doing a meetup in Fort Lauderdale, and we just jumped on that. So there's a meetup in Fort Lauderdale on Saturday. If you're in the Exodus Summit community, exodussummit.com/community, the details for Saturday's meetup are there. Go to the events section in the sidebar. I wanted to do some work stuff that y'all don't want to hear about. I wanted to get my steps in on the boat every day. That seemed, but I don't like gyms. I knew I wasn't going to the gym. That's why I didn't write go to the gym every day. But I wanted to still get my steps in. What's so loud? Hold on. I don't know. I wanted to get my steps in, but that didn't happen. Can y'all hear me? Open up noise. All I see is a little tiny boat. I know that thing's not making. Oh, it's this. I want you to see the view, but that noise is annoying me. It's really loud. It's louder than it needs to be. So let me walk through here, get my water, and maybe they'll leave us in a minute. They're probably just escorting us a part of the way out. They need to put a muffler on that thing. Anyway, I wanted to read a book. I didn't read a book. I wanted to get my steps in. I didn't get my steps in most days. I liked on the Ivrima, there was a little path you could walk, and it was pretty walkable. Here, there's not really a place where you can walk a full lap. Um, you can walk to a place, but then they have the tenders, the little boats hooked up, and so you can't do a full lap on any of the outside decks on this one. So I just gave it up and decided I wasn't getting my steps in, except for the days that we went outside and make reservations at the restaurant in the Bahamas that they told us was the best restaurant in the Bahamas. I didn't do that, so we didn't eat there. All the things on my to-do list I didn't do, but it was wonderful. Yeah, so that means that 14 days is not too long. I never got bored or whatever. I'm gonna go back outside because the point was for you to see the water, but that noise is annoying. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna come back out. Got my water. Okay, they're leaving just in time. So long, pilot. Thank you. They're leaving. because the sun is right there, there's no real way I can angle this so that you can see anything really. The sun is just a nuisance right now. There's no real way for you to see the water. None of this is working as planned. That's better. Flutterby PNW says, I love the sunshine. It's very rainy here. Okay, good. Annika says, I once did an 8-mile training run on a cruise ship. Yeah, so the last one that we were on, Evrima, they had an uninterrupted deck. There was a deck where you could go all the way around. And it even had a little marker, a little mile marker. I don't know if it was like a 1/10 of a mile maybe. But this one doesn't have any uninterrupted deck that you could go around. So I was like, oh well. I did abscond with a yoga mat from the gym. I knew I wasn't going to the gym. I don't like gyms. I'm not doing it. But I did take a yoga mat from the gym. But then I didn't do yoga. I did yoga 2 different days. I did a little yoga workout 2 different days, and that was it. I put it right out here. I have a good size balcony. There was room right here for the yoga mat. The mat's still over there in the corner. But, by the time you drink, by the time we've made friends with the bartenders, all of the other like good for you things went out the window. All of the things that, I should read a book. I should get my steps in. All that went out the window. And it just we would go from lunch to drinking to lunch to drinks to trivia at 5:30. Maybe have dinner depending on how much of lunch we had. If I ate a whole pizza at lunch, I didn't usually have dinner. More drinks, and then in the bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock. So all that went out the window. All that to say is how does a 14-day cruise feel? For somebody like me, it feels great. It felt wonderful. It felt like a decent amount of time. For other people, I'm sure it's terrible, especially because we're crossing the Atlantic and there's no place to stop. It felt great to me. When we got to Exuma, if it was just me, there was a chance that I would have been like, I'm not going to the beach. But I'm glad we did. The ATV tour was awesome. Grand Exuma is beautiful. The sand, the water, the people, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know that Grand Exuma is a place that you want to visit because there's no rest. It's not like the restaurants and hotels kind of place. But if you live there, you might really like it. It's not for me. I'm not saying I'm moving there, but that water and the beaches and the sand was beautiful. If you go to my Instagram stories, you'll see my video of us. My stories are still there from yesterday. You have to go now though, because they're going to disappear any minute now. On Instagram, I'm at Vicarious. I don't know. I don't know how much of that water. When I look in the screen, the sun really is blowing out the screen. So I don't know how much of the water you can see, but it's just beautiful. We'll try one more time. One more time. The sun is just right there. Yeah. Okay. Just like that, Bahamas are gone. Yeah, it's beautiful color. The camera can't do it justice. This water is so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Never did see any dolphins. Nothing. Not even a fish jumping out of the water. Saw some jellyfish. That's it. Ladybug 77 is going on a cruise next week. Enjoy. Wonderful. Enjoy. Let's see. Now let's see. I don't know how to set this up so everybody's happy because I would like the sun. Let me go back to my seat. I would like the sun not in my face. Yeah. Erica Miller says it looks so peaceful. It's very peaceful. It's been wonderful. The water, I'm a water person, right? I know that I'm supposed to spend a lot of time on the water, feeling the rocking of the water, hearing the water, the way it really uh, makes me feel good. I know it's for me. I can understand people being like, no, no, I'm not doing that. But it's really for me. I love it. It's been amazing. You're welcome, B. B says, thanks for taking us with you. You're welcome. So it's what, not quite 4 o'clock. By 11 p.m., I need to have my luggage out in the hallway, and they're going to put it wherever. And then I need to be out of my room by 7 a.m. So 11 p.m. tonight, I need to be packed and have my luggage in the hallway. So I put the things I need in my carry-on, all the things that I need for these next 2 days in Miami. I have those things in that suitcase. And my clothes for tomorrow, and the meetup on Saturday and Sunday. I have those clothes in my suitcase. I'm supposed to fly out of Miami on Monday. I don't know what's going to happen. Part of me is considering driving to Delaware. I don't know. Uh, but I have the things I need for Miami in my carry-on. So I'm going to take that down off. They have the little runner thing on the bed for you to pack your bags on the bed. So I'm going to take that bag down, put my big suitcase up, put all my big stuff in there. And then hopefully by the time we go to dinner, I'll be packed and I don't have to think about it after dinner. After dinner and drinks, I won't have to think about it. I'm wearing this hot black t-shirt dress because I've packed everything for Miami in that suitcase, and I just got out of the shower. And I didn't want to get anything else sweaty. No, so the train to Delaware is probably like 24 hours of train travel. Oh, let me look it up while we're here. Y'all have a few minutes. And frankly, I think I'd rather drive. Let me see, Amtrak. You know what? I don't hate trains. I just don't mind driving. From, just put Miami. There may be a Fort Lauderdale to Wilmington. On, let's try Sunday. One way. 25 hours, 32 hours. 25 hours. It's not terrible. It's going to take me, 18 or 19 hours to drive it. And then let me try leaving on Monday. Let's see if it's any different leaving on Monday instead of Sunday. Done. Find trains. Same amount of time. I don't know. I wish train travel was more convenient for us. I don't know. Desired Reality says you don't want to fly during the government shutdown. No, I'd prefer not to. Also, the government has required each airport to cut 10% of their flights. The airport is just going to be a madhouse. I would prefer not to fly during the shutdown because the shutdown is not only impacting TSA, but also the air traffic controllers. I need a full staffed, I need the air traffic controllers to be fully staffed. But also, I don't want to spend 8 hours in line to clear TSA. I'd prefer not to. I don't know. I don't know. I need to spend some time and think about it in Miami on Saturday, and then I'll decide for Sunday or Monday. My flight is not until Monday. I don't know. I'm trying to give American Airlines enough time to decide which flights they're going to cancel on my day. Right? If American Airlines is going to cancel flights on Monday and they cancel my flight, that would be helpful for me. Then I don't have to decide. If they cancel my flight, then I can't fly, and then I can decide between driving and the train. We'll see. 24 hours in a train in a private room is no problem, but 24 hours on a train in a regular seat, no way. Now the private rooms are $1,000, $908. That's ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous. But Miami is far down there. I don't know. I just don't know. Instead of $1,000 on a train cabin, I could drive this in 2 days and spend one night in a hotel and not spend $1,000. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. And then my flight to Bogota is only a few days after that. If I drive to Delaware, I'll stay in Delaware longer and just not go back to Bogota right away. I have a house sitter in Bogota, but she doesn't need me to come back for her to leave because there's no pets there. So she can just leave the key and leave the house. So I don't know. I've thought about my options. I haven't made a decision. That's life. I can't wait to get back to a country that's not shut down. I can't wait to get back to Colombia, a country where things are operational. Let's see. Bluebell 1920. If it helps, I just flew in from Dubai on Monday and there were no problems. I have global entry. But what airport did you fly into? And my concern is really flying out. My concern is flying from Miami to Delaware. That it's going to take 8 hours for me to get through TSA. Because it's not going to help. Let's see, TSA pre-check and global entry. Global entry is for entry, not for exit. And I'm not flying international. I'm flying from Miami to, my ticket's to Baltimore, Miami to Baltimore. So global entry is not going to help me. Why did I get a pet sitter? Because I have plants and I was gone already my trip is a month. So she's there taking care of my plants. And she's a woman in the Exodus Summit community. So, and she was already in Miami. She was already in Bogota. And I pay my bills in cash still because I don't have a bank account in Colombia yet. So she's there to pay my bills so my stuff doesn't get cut off because I don't know how to navigate getting my stuff turned back on. So she's there to pay my bills. I left her money and keep my plants alive and enjoy the space and not have the house be empty for a full month. So I don't know. I'm deciding. Okay, are we good with listening to the water? We're out there now. You can still kind of see a little something over here. So the island is still here. There's still some island over there, or there's maybe a different island. But we're mostly at sea. We're mostly out at sea again. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the launch, the boat launch. Sorry I missed the very beginning of it. Thanks for hanging out with me. Talk to you guys again soon. I will live stream on Saturday before the meetup that's happening in Fort Lauderdale. I'm gonna do the live stream. It's gonna be shorter than usual because the Fort Lauderdale meetup is like morning time. But I'll be live Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time on my YouTube channel. It'll just be me because it'll be a short one. And then I'll go to the meetup. So if you're in the Exodus Summit community at exodussummit.com/community and you'd like to come to the Fort Lauderdale meetup, go to the events section and RSVP. Follow the directions to RSVP for that meetup. And then I'll see you there. All right. Thank you for hanging out. Bye, friends.